understand how it feels to repeat the process of cleaning data time and time again. I understand how it feels to hate the beginning of a new month because you have to start all over again. I understand the fears of using a new software. Where do I begin? How do I use it? Will I make a mistake? But hey, this doesn't have to be the case for you. There is a way of cleaning the data just once. There is a way to make this process easy and feel like a walk in a park. Today I'll show you how to use Power Query, where to begin, how to use its tools, and maybe, who knows, if you've made a mistake, how to correct one. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. The first step is to load your data. In Excel, you need to go to Data, Get Data, from File, select the option to select multiple tables, and then click on Transform Data. In Power BI, you need to go to Get Data from Excel Workbook, select the tables you want to import and click Transform Data. Before we go deeper, let me quickly explain to you the interface. Over here on the left hand side, you will see the queries or tables, how we call them, that you have loaded in the dataset. In the middle, you have the preview area where you can see all the data in each table. Over to the top, you'll see the ribbon, and here is where you can find all the transformation tools that you need. You'll notice that it looks very similar to any other Microsoft products. On the right hand side, you will see an area where Power Query shows all the steps you have taken to transform your data. Power Query records them and applies them every time you refresh a dataset, so you don't have to clean your data more than once. With all this out of the way, select the employees table and begin by going to the View tab and turn on the column distribution, column profile and column quality options. Next, change the column profiling on the bottom from top 1000 rows to the entire dataset. These settings will be a massive help by giving you a better understanding of your data. The first thing to notice is that the first row should be the column names. So you should go to the Home tab and click on Use First Row as Headers. The next issue is that the column type for employee ID is text. So click on ABC and then select whole number. As you can see, we have 1680 distinct values, out of which 1678 are unique, which means that we have duplicates in the column where there should be none. So, to remove them, head to the Home tab, select Remove Rows, and then Remove Duplicates. Next, you might want to split the full name into first name and surname. So, select the column and on the Home tab select Split Column and then by delimiter. You can see that we have a variety of different delimiters, including a custom one, but in this case we will go by space. You will notice that now there are two columns, one with the first name and one with the surname, but their name is not what you want. So double click on the header and rename the first column to first name and the second column to surname. Next, let's say that you don't need the position column. If you want to remove it, select it and on the Home tab select Remove Columns. But hold on, maybe you've made a mistake. Now if you remember, I've told you earlier that you can correct a mistake by just one click. Well, let me show you what I meant by that. Go to the applied step and then click on the X button next to it. And this is it. The mistake is now gone. You might have noticed that the value for not applicable in the job title ID is different from any other column, so you need to replace it. Head to the Transform tab and select Replace Value. Here you will replace NA with N/A. In the start date column, you will see that you have both the date and the time might not be needed in the report for the future and it will only consume valuable resources. So change the type from date to time to date. Next thing you want to do is to merge the work hours in the absences table. So with the work hours table selected, go to Merge Queries on the Home tab and select Merge Queries. Select the absences table and then you need to select the columns that the merge will be based on, which in this case are employee ID and proc date, named here column 1 and column 2 in each table. Which reminds us that we need to promote the first row as headers once we finish the merge. Once the merge is complete, click on the two arrows next to the absences column, deselect the Use Original Column Name as Prefix and press OK. You will see that now the tables have been merged and all the rows in the absences table have been assigned to the rows in the work hours table, where the employee ID and the process date are the same. Let's select the duplicated column, employee ID _1 and proc date _2 by holding the control key, and then right click on the header of any of the columns and select remove columns. You might have noticed that most of the transformation options that we used earlier are available when you right-click on a column header. This is one of the ways you can expedite the process instead of selecting the tab on the ribbon and then the tool you want to use. Now, I know this table has over 200,000 rows, and I also know that we don't need a 2022 year for this report. So, the next thing you want to do is filter the data that is being imported into the data model. So, click on the arrow on the proc date column, select date time filters, and then select after. Enter the data you want to filter the date by, and in this case it's 1st of the 1st 2023. And finally, let's change the proc date column type to date. There are many more advanced ways of transforming the data, some of which I have included in the data cleaning in Power BI video, and you can find the link in the description box below. Somewhere in that video I'll show you how to replace values based on condition using the M language. That's something a bit more advanced. My advice to you: find a set of data, keep playing with it. I promise you, the more you will play with it, the easier everything will become. And if there's something you can't do or something that you'd like me to explain, all you need to do is drop a comment in the comment box below, or to the right, to the left, wherever it is. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified the next time I'm posting a video. Until then, I'm Stellian, signing off. Cheerio!